going to bring our first comedian up pretty soon. But in the meantime, before we get started, I just want to tell you that I am so thrilled to be here tonight. You know, I've started on a new chapter in my life. My son got married, and I am a bachelorette again for the first time in over 20 years. And you know what that means, don't you? I can walk through my house butt naked without hearing, "Mom, nobody wants to see that." But he was wrong, honey. I made $200 last week. But you know, I hadn't been on the dating scene for a long time. In fact, I hadn't been in a relationship in so long that when my breast cancer surgeon said I couldn't participate in any contact sports right after surgery, I didn't know what she was talking about. I thought she meant I couldn't play football. Honey, a threesome to me was me and 2 vibrators. But you know, now I'm out here shopping for candidates that I might not mind waking up next to for the next few years. And it ain't easy because the game has changed. And the ones I really feel sorry for are you men. Because you men used to own the game. You used to have it going on. And men used to provide for their women. Until some sorry broad decided she wanted to work for a living. Decided she needed to be equal. And now women are capable, self-sufficient, independent, and you guys think we should be taking care of you. But let me tell you, honey, back in my day, men said there were 3 things that they needed to change about a woman. They needed to change her mind, her address, and her last name. But ladies, now, if we want a man to take care of us, there are 3 things we need to change about him. We have to change his will, his insurance policy, and his diapers. Nurses and purses, that's what they're looking for now, ladies. So I decided if I was going to take care of a man, it was going to be a young man. Because I am here tonight to dispel the myth that women lose their sex drive as they get older. It's just not true. Honey, somebody poked me on Facebook last night and I had 3 orgasms. But now that's not to say that things don't change as you get older. Because I have noticed that the meanings of words change for men as they get older. For instance, if a young man tells you he needs a donut, then you know he wants to go to Krispy Kreme. But if an old man says it, means his hemorrhoids are acting up. Or if a young man tells you he's been working on his 6-pack, you know he's been to the gym. But if an old man says the same thing, it means he's been to the liquor store. And when a young man tells you he's in the cloud, he's talking about his computer network. But if an old man tells you he's in the cloud, you're probably stepping on his oxygen too. Or he might have just gotten a hold to some good weed. But either way, you need to call 911 and leave the phone off the hook. Now, are there any other cancer survivors in the house tonight? Yeah. All right, give them a hand. That's all right. I've been cancer-free for over 10 years now. Thank you. But you know, sometimes I still go back to the support groups, you know, and talk to the newer cancer patients and answer questions for them and stuff. And I remember one night there was this little lady, and she was in the back, and she raised her hand, and she said, "Did losing your hair ruin your sex life?" And I said, "Oh no, sugar. No man has ever asked me for a piece of hair." In fact, when I try to give them something with hair on it, they move the hair out the way trying to get to what they want. And it might surprise you that I've actually gotten some benefits from having breast cancer. Like the insurance company paid for the implants. That's right, this is Silicon Valley right here, baby. But did you know they make you carry a card around with you when you have breast implants? No. Well, they told me I had to carry this card in case I was in an accident. But I used my card for a different reason. Like the other night, I was out with this fine young guy, and I was just getting my groove on, having a good time. And all of a sudden, he tried to get all romantic with me. So I just whooped my card out and I gave it to him. And he looked at it and said, well, what's this for? I said, well, I'm just trying to make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew. Because if you pop it, you pay for it, boo. But you know, I decided I don't want to be a cougar anymore either. Because I have figured out that these young guys who want to date us older women, they're not looking for a girlfriend. They want a mama with benefits. And I am not having it. The last time I invited a young man to spend the weekend with me, he showed up with his Xbox and a bag of dirty laundry. Talking about, I sure am hungry. Oh no, I said, I'm sticking with the old men. So I went on one of those online dating sites. But it wasn't one of those big expensive sites, it was a free site. It was BenGayMingles.com or GeriatricGigolos.com or something. Oh, and I went on this one site, it was CAlistuds.com. So I went into my profile and I said, I want to meet some of those men with that 4-hour wood. Because I signed in as the lumber liquidator, baby. That's right. And if I can't handle them all myself, I have 3 of my girlfriends on speed dial. Now, I know you want to get this show started, but there's one last thing I need to tell you, is that I became a grandmother for the first time about 6 months ago. Thank you. And I am having such a wonderful time playing with my little granddaughter, Natalie. But you know, the last time I went over there, my son sat me down and told me he thought that I should start acting my age. Told me he thought I had a sexual dysfunction. I said, you're damn right. I'm almost 62 years old and I'm thinking about getting a vagina sewn into my hip so I can start getting a little bit on the side.